Our sermon today is Thanksgiving 2025. And I want to share with you a story that I'm sure is not true. You say, well, why would you do that? Well, let's call it a parable, okay? One day this lawyer is tooling down the highway in his brand new BMW, and somebody in an old pickup truck swipes him, messes up the side of it, and he gets to the side of the road okay, and the cop gets there, and he's talking to, and the man, look at my brand new BMW, it's going to run forever, it's never be the same. And the cop, well, you can fix it. No. Oh, but it's been broken now, it can never be the same. Well, they look down at his suit, and he says, oh my, I've got blood on my suit. I got blood on my $2,000 suit. And the cop said, you sure do. He said, but it's torn too. He said, by the way, your arm seems to be missing. He said, oh no, my $2,000 Rolex. I'm sure that didn't happen. But you can see how something like that might happen sooner or later. And Jesus addresses this in Luke 12. And we had the responsive reading 13 through 31. And we're going to spend a lot of our time with this text today. And I just want to read it again. Luke 12, 13 through 31. Then one of the crowd said to him, no, that's not 13. Luke 12, 13, that was right. Then one from the crowd said to him, teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me. Now, interestingly enough, I'm a pastor, have been called in to settle some of these things, and I usually refuse to get involved. You know, work that out between you. Pray about it. You know, get on your knees and work it out on your knees. He said to them, man who made me a judge or an arbiter over you. And he said to them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for one's life does not consist of the abundance of things he possesses. I want to stop right here. Remember Focus on the Family, James Dobson? And in his Focus on the Family series, he was telling this story. And he got a new office. And the interior decorator said, well, what you need right now in this new office is a nice new clock, you know, a very nice clock. And so he says, okay, let's have a clock then. So he went downtown and had a drive a ways, found a clock, brought it in, put it up on the mantle there, the shelf, whatever he had, and clock worked for 2 weeks and quit working. And so he took it back to the clock store, and they said, we need this to be fixed. The guy says, okay, we'll fix it. He fixed it, brought it back, put it on the mantle, and it worked for 2 or 3 weeks, and it quit working again. And as he was getting ready to drive back to town, he thought to himself, who's the owner here, me or the clock? and we all had to deal with, you know, both of my parents died. They were divorced long ago, 2 separate households, and guess who gets some of the junk that I would love to get rid of, but I'm saying this is worth a little bit. I shouldn't just throw it away. Who owns that? Me or the clock? You know, which is the which? So Jesus is addressing this situation. Beware of covetousness, verse 16. Then he spoke a parable to them, saying, it's a better parable than when we started out with. The ground of a certain rich man yielded plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, since I have no room to store my crops? So he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there I will store my crops and all my goods. So far, no problem, right? Nothing wrong with expanding and saving and so forth.